I just need like spurts of it. I just gotta get it wet. Get the wet my whistle.
I know, honestly.
You're listening to Not Your Sister podcast. Yes, we're both redheads.
No, we're not sisters. I'm not your sister, Christine.
And I'm not your sister, Amanda. Hi, sissies.
Welcome home, sissies. As
We
you
missed
can
you.
tell, we have yet another new setup
Mm-hmm.
because we did a minor remodel in the living room, and we now have 2 full-size beds.
Which I think you might see often because we rearrange a lot.
Yeah.
There's always something new happening. Although we do love our L-shaped double beds.
Yeah, and I don't really think any other orientation would work with this.
Definitely not the double bed.
No.
But it was a thing before that we had a whole bed in our living room. And now we have 2.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, people are loving it. We've had sleepovers. I mean, 3
Girls'
people slept out
nights.
here the other night.
Comfortably.
Comfortably.
I mean, it's 2 full-size beds. So
we're on one. Our first topic of discussion today, we were just kind of discussing like where we should go with this. And then, I mean, we thought disgusting men would be a great thing to talk about.
we hate discussing men, but we love talking about them.
And I actually kind of love them in a way because it gives great stories. And this is something I don't know. This is why I'm telling you for the first time. I've been saving it. And I'm telling my sissies for the first time because I genuinely need feedback because I could not read the room.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, let me set the stage. Okay. So for those who don't know, I work at a greenhouse and we, this is the time when things start going and planting and all that. And we had run out of some plastic products like the pots and stuff that we put things in to sell, like the vegetables and all that, because they were on back order. So there's this Mennonite place that is about an hour from the greenhouse that carries all the products that we typically don't buy from them, but they had everything in stock. So we ordered a bunch of stuff for them and I was the one going to pick it up. So I go there for the first time. And like I said, this is a Mennonite place. It's like a guy and like his son and then like kids and little kids running around and like the wife.
Mm-hmm.
So
Family biz.
Yeah, the family biz. And I get there, whatever. This is the first time I'd ever been there, first time meeting this guy. I'll call him Rob.
Okay.
So I'm meeting Rob for the first time. It was the first visit that wasn't really weird. I go around, he's like showing me where the stuff is. And then I get it all in the truck and I have to go back to pay. Mind you, I'm in this warehouse and he's like, oh, let's go this way to go listen to the peepers, which are like the frogs that it was like beginning to be warm out. And he obviously, like, to a Mennonite, that's exciting. We took like this extremely out of the way back to the office so he could show me the back door where the pond was so we could listen to the peepers.
The peepers.
And he's like, when I first met him, I was like, he's friendly. They're like really funny. You wouldn't generally think that. You would think they like are just dry.
Mm-hmm.
But they actually have personalities and they're really funny and nice, whatever. Okay, so that was the first time I went there. The second time I went there, I had to go back again a couple weeks ago. And a couple weeks after the first time. And this is where things started to get a little hairy. And I may not have used my best judgment. So I get there and he's like super excited to see me again. I don't know why.
Did you guys hit it off the first time?
Yeah, I mean, we were chatting. And I was like, oh yeah, he's fun, nice, whatever.
Did you bring up sex?
No, there was no sex talk.
Okay.
Nothing sexual. Well, no.
Sometimes Christine will talk to men about sex and then not know why they want to have sex with her.
No, not this time. I mean, any guy would think anyone wants to have sex with them just from talking to them in general.
Yeah, right. It doesn't even need to be about sex.
So, okay, I get there the second time and we're chatting and, it's been really cold weather here, terrible weather. And all I said was like, are you getting tired of this cold weather? And he said yes, because he misses swimming. Because he likes swimming. And I was like, okay, well, there's no way these Mennonites have a pool. And I was like, oh, where do you go swimming at? And he said that he has a pond down the road. And I was like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then long story short, I ended up telling him about the road trip. And he's like, oh, I have people camp like down at the pond and they're campers. I was like, oh, okay. So then he's like, oh, do you want to go see the pond? And I was like, I guess. I mean, I didn't know it was really down the road at this point. I thought it was like you just walked there.
Oh, you drive there.
Yeah, it turns out you drive.
Oh.
So then he's like the only guy working at that point, and there was a couple customers that pulled in. And he's like, can you? I don't know what you're doing. Can you wait? And I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm getting paid. Obviously, I'll wait. So then he's like running around trying to help them as fast as possible, and I'm like waiting in the truck,
zooming around,
like
trying
actually
to push them
zooming.
out the door. They're like, "What's that? Oh, we're sold out."
Literally, like normally, I'm pretty sure this guy loves small talk. Was not even speaking. He was flying through everything, then comes running over, gets inside the truck,
out of breath.
He's like, okay, I'm ready. So I'm like, oh, I guess we're driving somewhere. So then I started driving down the road.
And not even knowing you're going to get in a car. Oh, I guess we're going to be in the car.
And like, so I'm driving down the road. He's like, oh, it's down further. I'm like, where is this place? We're in the car for like a couple minutes. I'm like, okay, great. So now I'm just driving around with this random dude in the car. And then he's like, okay, it's up here on the left.
Wait, how old is he, would you say? I need a picture.
He is, I have talked to a different source that knows him. And he said that he's in, I believe, his late 60s to 70.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I wouldn't have thought that because he didn't look that old. Not saying he looked young.
I was picturing like early 40s.
No.
Someone that actually would maybe have a shot.
Right, no shot. And I know.
Okay.
Like, I would give him a younger Mennonite guy a shot, for sure. But this guy, I never thought had a shot. So, okay, so we're going down the road. We pull into the property. And there's like this little barn on the right-hand side. And we pull in, there's like a whole bunch of deer in the area. And we're talking about the deer, whatever. And then he asks me if I hunt, which I just recently picked it up. Like something you just pick up. But whatever. A couple years ago, started hunting. So it's like something that I'm interested in. So we're talking about that. And he's like, oh, I have something else to show you. I was like, okay. So we walked down to the pond area. Mind you, I was having severe foot problems the past couple of weeks. So I'm in sneakers, which I never wear.
The boot tobacco.
Yeah, my feet were killing me. So I'm wearing these sneakers that are literally mesh, and it had just been raining a whole bunch. So I'm literally like up to my fucking knees in water, and I'm like, yeah, well, no, let's keep going. My socks are soaked. So we walked into the pond. He's showing me everything, blah, blah, blah. This is where it starts getting juicy. So then we go back up to the barn.
What did he show you?
He showed me the pond where he swims at in the dock.
He didn't show you the hunting thing yet?
No.
Oh.
And he shows me like where people have their campers.
Oh, okay.
So we go into the barn, and there's like this little attic with the stairs up. It's where they hunt out of. It's called a hunting blind. And it's like a place where they can sit and wait for the deer while it's not sitting outside. So it's like warm and comfortable. And so he goes up the ladder and opens the door to the hunting blind. And then he comes down and then like has me go up and look. And then I looked and I was like, oh yeah. And then for some reason I go inside to this enclosed area and sit down on a chair. And then he comes up and sits down on the other chair, closes the door, and then locks it.
Locks it?
Yeah. And then that's when I kind of was like, this is getting a little weird. I was like, I didn't say anything because I was like, what am I supposed to say?
Can you not lock that? I don't know.
I was like, because then
you could actually just leave that open.
Yeah, but he like came in. Well, I don't know. It was just so bizarre. And then I started getting like a little racy. Mm-hmm. My heart.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, this does not feel right. But then I was like, am I overthinking it? Because this is like a Mennonite guy. Like he is not part of our world. Like if some random guy did that, I'd be like, that is really sketchy. But then I was like, am I giving him the benefit of the doubt? Because at the end of the day, he's still a man. He is deprived, I'm sure, sexually. And like these kind of weird things absolutely happen in every kind of community and every kind of person.
Well, especially such a strong community like that, because they, I think, lack social cues and boundaries because they're
Yeah.
not really socialized to the point that we are.
Right, and that's what I was thinking. Well, does he even think this is odd?
Right.
I thought it was odd, but then I was like, maybe he doesn't. But also like the way that my body felt when it was happening, I was like, what is gonna happen in here? Like, is he gonna try and touch me or some shit?
Okay, so what happened?
Nothing ended up happening.
Wait, what? So what did he say once he locked the door? Like, was there ever a reason for him to like say why he locked it?
No.
Did you give a cue of not being interested and then he backed off? Like, the door locks. Then what?
Then we're like talking about the hunting thing, and then there was like he had some deer antlers on the wall, and then he told me this hunting story. But there was like nothing. There was no other weird. He didn't say anything weird. He didn't like touch me or anything.
At what point did the door get unlocked?
We were probably in there for a good 10 minutes.
And then he just unlocked it on the
And
way
then he was
out?
like, well, I won't keep you all day or some shit. And then I was like, okay. And then he unlocked it and then we got out.
The lock. I wonder if he locked it almost like
Out of habit?
that's possible. That would be giving someone the benefit of the doubt for sure.
Yeah, well,
But I was thinking, like, you know how a guy, or at least like in the movies, like a guy goes on a date with a condom in his wallet, just in case. And then the girl finds it and they're like, oh, you assumed. Like, I wonder if he was just like locking it just in case, like it got heated. Like, I wonder if he didn't like think maybe you were giving a vibe unintentionally, or he was receiving a vibe, not saying you were giving one, that he thought something was gonna happen. So then he like locked it. Because literally you look at a man and smile and they're catching a vibe.
That's what I'm saying. And I that's why I don't know. And it's the main part that's throwing me off is the Mennonite thing.
Why?
I don't know because I'm like, he's probably just innocent. But then I'm like, is he?
I don't know. I feel like I would be even more nervous if it was a Mennonite.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've told a lot of different people, and I've gotten some mixed reviews, mostly saying it was a little odd.
Yeah, it is odd. The locking thing is odd, but I wonder if he was thinking you guys were vibing. And he was like, just in case I don't make it back over here and something happens, I don't want to interrupt it to have to go lock it. You know what I mean? Is that thinking too far into it?
No.
I think that could
I don't know.
be a potential.
I'd like people to like give me their perception. Not that it even matters, because then we had to go back again, and I was like, honestly, I feel like I probably shouldn't go.
I mean, it's up to you. If you feel uncomfortable, don't go. But if you feel like now you know where things could, I mean, because honestly, you could go there and choose not to get in his car and choose not to go on the tours that he wants to take.
No, exactly. It was totally up to me. But I also was like, should I go? Just like the third and final time, I can really sense what's going on here.
Yeah, I think you should. I don't think there's a reason you shouldn't go. Just be aware.
Yeah.
And also, I think there was nothing wrong with what you did at all by like being nice and being willing to go look at the things that he was telling you he wanted you to look at, because like, I don't know, I feel like giving people the benefit of the doubt and that human connection, and just like a potential like friendly connection to have, those are nice.
Yeah, that's what it felt like at first, like all the way.
Especially when you have like interests.
Exactly. And like it was fine. Like he's good to talk to and everything. But then all of a sudden, like we're in this very small space. And the door's locked. And like we're in the middle of nowhere also.
Right. You guys had to drive up the road.
Yeah. And it's like not the suburbs.
Well, that's also kind of
it's
weird.
Like the dirt road.
Now that I think about it, the locked door would make sense if you guys were somewhere where there would be foot traffic.
None.
Yeah.
That also, makes it weird. Did his wife watch his driveway? I'm like confused. It's hard to like separate the.
There's also worlds. Probably cameras over there.
No.
You know, because they don't use that.
No.
But aren't Mennonites a little bit different than Amish?
They are, but they still have like very similar living standards.
But like, don't Mennonites have a little bit less stringent ones?
They do, but I still think they don't really do the electricity stuff.
Mm.
And they don't have cars.
Mennonites?
Mm.
Because I've seen
There's
some have cars.
there's like different exceptions. Like for the business, like they have a telephone, and I
Mm.
don't think they had a computer actually though. But yeah, for sometimes they can drive cars if it depends on their leader in their church, but for the most part it's very like old school, like nothing.
Holy. Imagine giving a Mennonite 15-year-old TikTok. Like literally like and open the TikTok app and just hand it to them.
They wouldn't even know what's going on.
Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say, imagine giving a 15-year-old something sexual, and I was like,
why would I ever say
I
that?
don't know. But
This segment is called Disgusting Men, not Disgusting Women.
But imagine being with like a 25-year-old Mennonite virgin guy.
I was.
I mean, not Mennonite though. Anyway, so that's the Mennonite story. I don't know. I'm still like confused about it, but it is what it is.
Well, I say you go again.
Just feel it out.
Feel it out. Test the waters. Was he hot?
No.
Oh, and married with kids.
I'm sure he has like 15 kids. I'm pretty sure they only have sex to like have kids, so
Oh, they can't have it for pleasure.
I mean, how do you differentiate that?
Yeah. My creepy, disgusting man was also in his 70s.
Oh, okay. So there's a theme.
Yes. Oh, God. It makes it worse, I think. Like, a disgusting man that's in his 40s, 50s, who's a little bit more agile and, like, with it is kind of scary. Whereas a pervy old man is just like, ugh,
Dirty.
like yuck. Yeah. So there's this guy that comes to I work at the mall, and how it started was he came by our store. I was like closing with a new girl. It was her first night, maybe first or second night, and she was trying something on. And mind you, this man is like in his mid 70s, and he's all the way out in the hall. We're in the store. She was trying on an item that wasn't purchased, so there was a tag, like a retail tag, and it was sticking out. I didn't even see it sticking out. And he's yelling from out there. He's like, hey, your tag's out. Your tag's
Was
out.
it a shirt or pants?
Pants. And the tag was like right
On
at
her
the
ass.
yeah, like the opening of her bottom lower back. The opening of the
Okay.
pants. So we're like, okay, that's weird, but whatever. And I just thought he was like an innocent old man. So I was like, he works at the flower shop, like up the way. And so he just seems like, I don't know, if you don't know anything about him and you haven't had a conversation with him, he just seems like a normal little man that loves flowers, you know? Sweet, endearing. No. Then the second incident was I'm working with my store manager, and he walks by, and I like wave. I'm like, hi. And she was like, oh my God. And I said, what? And she goes, the other day he came in here. He like comes into the store and just like stands there. And then after a minute, everyone will start to look at him and be like, how can we help you? Hello? Or hi, how are you?
No reason for him to be in that store.
No reason. There's no men's clothing. Like the only reason would be if he was buying a gift, but like a repeated reason to come in there isn't one. And also to just be standing there, you're not even looking at product. And then all he said was, I really like to watch women I really like to watch girls undress.
Oh.
So then they were like, okay, and just kind of like turned around. If I was there, I would have been like, that's really inappropriate. You need to leave this store right now and never come back.
That's
Like,
really bold.
yeah, it was disgusting. And he's done this thing, because now there's like 5 incidents in the book, but every single time it's almost like he's trying to make you as uncomfortable as possible and then watch you be uncomfortable, because he'll just stand there and watch your reaction.
That's probably how he gets off.
Yeah, it's predatory as fuck. So the next thing that happened, so then when I was like, then I obviously never waved at him again. Allie told me what happened. So then the next incident, Riley, cute little Riley, she's wearing her like little mini dress and her boots, and she walks down to Starbucks, gets her drink, and she said that when she was reaching for a drink and he was there. She's like, "Oh, excuse me." She gets the drink. He like doesn't say anything because he's like almost mute unless he's making a comment. It's weird. He like doesn't say any filler words or any type of like fluff.
Mm-hmm. So right
It's
to the
just
point.
the straight offensive comments and then watching you. So like he didn't say anything. He just kind of like moved over slightly, but she had to like reach around him, she said.
Ew, he probably wanted her to graze up against him.
Didn't move. Then she said she was walking back and she said that, and mind you, also, I must say that all of these instances happened separately and then we all came together and told each other about it.
Oh, so no one
So
even
Riley
knew.
didn't know at that point that he was creepy yet.
Yeah.
And she said that she was walking back and her like hairs stood up on her arm. Like she was like, just like that feeling that someone was following her. But she was like, I'm in a mall. It's busy. Like she didn't even turn around, whatever. She comes into our store and something made her look back. And she looks back and he's standing outside of our store, fully facing the store, just standing there looking, not saying anything.
Ew.
So then she was like, hi. And I don't remember if he said anything to her or if he just stood there for a really long time. And then like Allie came up and was like, all right, bye. Weird.
That's creepy.
Then all of the mall employees, we see our UPS guy, our postman, the security guards, like we see these people every day, so we have relationships with them and we all chit chat. Like every day that they come in, we like gab for a little bit and then they'll leave. So we pretty much know everything going on. And one of the workers,
Mall drama.
I know, the mall crew. It could be a movie, truly, because there's so
Yes.
much drama.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the UPS and post office people know the most.
Because they go to every single store?
Every single store.
Is that like their one route?
They have a couple other places in addition to the mall, but like for the most part, that's their route.
Oh my god.
Their route.
Their route.
And so anyway, they like know all the ins and outs. They know all the drama. They know who's hiring, who sucks,
Holy
who's
shit.
unhireable.
We should have the UPS man on here.
You met him.
I know.
He's so funny. So is telling us that his girl, someone was like subbing for him that weekend, and his girl went in there, and it's like this cute young blonde girl.
His girl, as in his
No,
sub?
his sub. Sorry,
Okay.
his sub
His girlfriend
goes in there, and she's young, new to the business, cute blonde girl. Goes in to drop stuff off at the flower man's place. And apparently, while she's unloading boxes, he says, "Can you deliver my package after hours to my house?"
Ew.
I guess she's really young. Probably doesn't really have experience with like
Pervs.
a lot of people like that. Yeah. So she was freaked out because also the UPS people, they go in your back of house. They go into the back. So she's in this small stock room and he's saying, "Will you deliver my package to my house after hours?" And then just like sits there.
I mean, yeah, that is creepy.
And watches you squirt. Yeah. So then like the security came down and we were telling them about it. I'm not sure if they've done it yet, but they were going to tell him he can only go to the flower shop and back and stop like walking around the mall and harassing people.
But he's probably harassing customers.
It's disgusting.
And whoever he works with.
Ew.
There's no way he's just doing it to like, I don't know. I feel like, well, they probably have to have more evidence or something.
Do you think men get more pervy and disgusting as they get older because they become more and more deprived?
It might be from the deprivation.
From multiple reasons, whether they like can't get it up, their wife doesn't want to fuck them,
Or they don't have one.
or they don't have one anymore. or ever.
Forever
Okay.
did.
And it's like the more and more removed from society they are, the more like pervy they get. I don't know.
I think it definitely has. Oh, there's like a lot of factors, but I think it can definitely increase with age.
Well, there's also this rumor around the mall that it's a mail ordered bride situation. She's just a rental. So yeah, that.
honestly
Ew,
makes
I
it
have
worse.
so many experiences with disgusting men.
I just thought of another one when you said
Me too.
that.
What was yours?
This literally happened last week. There was a truck driver that came in to deliver these plants on a rack. And I go around, okay, whatever. I drive the tractor, which gets a lot of attention because guys are always like, oh, because it's like, whatever. Because they never could see a girl driving, whatever. So it's always
Put
like
the red hair on top of it. Forget it.
the tank top. I get the stuff off the truck and then I have to sign a paper. So I have to get out and like talk to him for a second. And right away, he's like, immediately like, you really know how to handle that thing. And I never know what to really say because it's like, yeah, thanks. And what am I supposed to say? Yeah, I know. I'm really fucking good at driving the tractor. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. And then he's like going in and telling me like how I should like look into going to school for like heavy equipment operating. There's like special programs for women, all this shit. And at first I was like,
Ew, special programs for women. The fuck?
At first I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's just being friendly, whatever. And then he like goes to shake my hand, not sure why. And I like shook it. I shook my hand. He's like, you're a real unique kind of woman. And I was like,
Ew.
because I like I don't know, shake your hand. And then
Because I could shake your hand.
I guess like it was like strong, firm. I don't know. Then goes, do you think I can get your number? I'm like, you literally know me for 5 minutes. And I was like,
How old was he?
older?
Yeah.
For sure. I was just like, nah, I don't think so. And then I literally ran away and then like had to stay hidden until he left.
It's the old men or the straight creatures that just will come out and ask for your number. And you're like, where did you get those fucking balls?
Yeah.
Because the hot ass dude in the corner
Never.
is like shaking in his boots.
I've never had a hot guy ask me for my number, I feel like.
Mm-mm.
Otherwise, I'd probably have a husband.
Yeah, but you know what I was thinking about is like almost like it's a phenomenon because it's like I always have like the less hot guys have the balls to come up to me and ask for
Yeah.
my number.
It's true.
And
It's
I'm like,
the ugly
what
ones.
makes you think? What impression have I given you?
Yeah, right? I had this kid in my high school, literally a couple weeks before that, had threatened to bomb the school. Like
And then
this,
ask for your number.
then asked for my number in the hallway. And I had to pretend I didn't have a cell phone because I was like, I can't say no to someone that's like shooting up the school.
No.
And
That
then
was smart.
yeah, but I was like, I also couldn't give him my number.
I know.
I was like, I literally never, I swear to God, never had talked to him my entire life. And then stops me in the hallway after like getting expelled and then's like, can I have your number? I was like, I don't
He's on his way out from the principal. He's in handcuffs from the police, and he's like, whoa, stop.
Can I have your number?
Can I have your number? I've been meaning to ask this. It's now or never.
I'm going to jail.
Remember when we were in Vancouver?
Which thing?
And I had a okay. This is unfortunately something that goes on at shows, especially
Oh.
jam band scenes, because a lot of the men that go to those shows are older.
Love them though.
Yes, but
Oh yeah, now I remember the story. Yes, please. I forgot about this.
something that I think happens more than people understand is the creepiness towards young girls at jam band shows or like just those crowds. I mean, I'm sure it happens at a lot of concerts, but it's it's that age group. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've been fingered at a show. Unwillingly.
So sexually assaulted?
I guess so.
Well, that is worse than what I was gonna
No,
say.
yours is hilarious. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine.
Remember when you got eaten out?
Holy shit.
on the side of a car, and I
On the
had to
hood
keep
of a
getting
car.
yeah, I had to keep getting the friend who was drunk. I was herding him like a lamb because I knew what was happening. And I had to like keep him. For some reason, he kept wanting to meander over there. He's like, "Let's look at the muffler." I'm like, "What the fuck do you need to look at the muffler for?"
Literally, I'm like spread open on the hood of a car. I don't know why I never ever remember that story.
Yeah, well, you weren't happy about it, and then he kept coming into your work.
Yeah, that was another example.
I mean,
Wow.
if you
I guess
let him
that was-
between your legs,
That was warranted, but still, it was just really bizarre. And
they get confused.
that's confusing.
Mhm.
But then I was like, okay, you need to go.
But I gave zero. This was absolutely so unwarranted. I'm dancing, and like you move your hips when you're dancing. You drop it low. You turn in circles. You're jumping up and down. There's a lot of movement, especially at a Billy String show, let me just say.
Ew.
And I've had this happen more than once, but this was the worst.
This was the word. There was an essay almost.
I mean, I felt like it was an assault, but he kept moving in closer, and I was in front of him, so like there's not really anywhere for me to go, and he keeps moving closer, so that's making our space smaller, and I'm still dancing, which is then forcing me to rub up against him.
I don't want. I know this is bad, but I cannot help laughing every time.
It's fine. It's so ridiculous. So I'm dancing and I'm swaying my hips, and I'm like, I keep feeling this guy directly behind me. He's like bumping up his front to my back, my butt. And all of a sudden my hand like drops because of some dance move I'm doing. And I know what this feels like. I would know from anywhere what this is. It was an erect penis that was basically in my hand. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, bro. So I grabbed my friend Evan, and I don't even say anything. And I'm like, you gotta fucking switch with me. So he switches. He's just kind of like, okay, whatever. I think he thought, because I like moved closer to the band, because he was like closer to the middle. So I don't know if he thought I like wanted to be over more that way. I don't know. But then a little bit later, I'm like, that guy was rubbing up on me with a boner. And they were like, oh my God, what the fuck? Blah, 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 blah. So, but that guy was like this weirdo.
Disgusting creature.
Yeah, because I showed you who he was, right?
Yes.
He wasn't. Also, another thing at like shows I've been to, and it's all the shows, people like to converse with each other. One of my favorite parts of Billy shows and like just music shows in general is like, especially shows with set break, is like in between after the first set when you're like talking about how the first set was, and you're like talking about your favorite songs, whatever, you're getting to know each other, laughing, making jokes, like just being with the people around you. And everyone does it. But like this man did not talk to us at all. He didn't say anything. He was just like a
standing there with his
statue.
boner.
A boner statue. And he wasn't like, he was short, bald, old,
ugly.
boner.
A bald
Key
old
feature.
boner.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was actually grinding on someone's boner that I wanted.
Yeah, and you know what? I was really excited for you. But I was like, that was like the first time that I felt kind of like, I was like really uncomfortable.
Ew, that's so gross.
Ew.
Just like pretending like he's dancing, but like just trying to push his dick on you.
That's the thing, is he wasn't even moving. He just kept taking steps forward.
Yeah,
Step,
no,
step.
he was nauseating.
Until eventually I'm like, when did you get here? And when did you get hard?
Ew!
And have you been this whole time?
Probably.
That's fucking nasty.
Ew.
So,
That's disgusting.
I mean, honestly, we could go on forever with discussing men's stories, as I'm sure a lot of you sissies can.
Yes.
Sadly.
Yes.
Sadly.
There's so countless.
And that's why you just gotta fucking give it to them.
What do you mean? Given? Oh no, let him have it.
Let them have it.
One of my favorite
verbally.
things to do is be a huge bitch to someone that's being disgusting.
Yeah, me too.
I love it. It's like
Yeah.
a high.
It's the best because they deserve it.
Yeah. It's hilarious to see them fucking cower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or they'll be like, what? And they play dumb.
Mhm.
Some stand their ground though.
I
They'll
had
dig
to,
their fucking heels in.
they do. But I had to get really stern with someone because someone I would see very regularly at shows in the city. And he was getting very touchy, like to the point of every time he would see me, he would want to kiss me on the lips. And I was like, and he's a fucking lawyer.
Wait,
What?
the one that came to our show in the backyard?
No. Different guy, of course. But no, I was a raging bitch to him one night. And then after that, he was so timid around me. And then he slowly worked his way back in, and now
Why were
we're good.
you? How were you a bitch? Like, what did you do?
I think I screamed at him.
And said, "Don't touch me."
Yeah, I was like, "You're fucking disgusting. Stop touching me." And then after that, I would see him like a whole bunch, and he would like barely even wave to me from afar. And now we've slowly become friends, and it's good now.
Yeah, you just need to tell them what's up.
You do. And mostly you'll be respected, but I mean, there's always a sketchy case.
See, that is why I'm like one of the reasons I'm scared to have kids.
Putting,
This world of fucking weirdos,
yeah.
freaks. I shouldn't even say. Well, yeah, kids, because boys go through it too. Girls, boys.
It's really scary. So do you think you want kids?
I have always really, really wanted kids. Like, I don't know. I felt like that was what my purpose was supposed to be. But then I feel like in the last few years, I've found other purposes. So I
Mhm.
think for me, it's more so I don't want to force it. I don't want to just have kids with anyone. Like, I was watching Summer House earlier, and one of the characters, Lindsay, she was like, I mean, because one of the girls took out her phone and it was like a long list of all of her requirements for a boyfriend, like what he has to be like.
Mhm.
And Lindsay was like, oh, honey, once you hit 30, that list cuts in half, cuts into about a third. At that point, you're just, can you hold a conversation? Can you get hard? Are you decent to look at? Like something like that.
I feel like that's realistic for some people.
Especially the people that really want to have kids.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I think there are people that feel like they're running out of time. So they're kind of like, okay, this is what I got.
Mhm.
Instead of, for me, what I want to do is like listen to the universe. Like,
Mhm.
not to sound all woo woo, but God, the universe, whatever, like a higher power. I just feel like I'm going to keep doing the next thing that makes me happy. And if it leads me in the direction of that, great. And if not, like, I'm just going to trust that wherever I'm led is going to make me happy. And it's going to be what's right for me.
So when you felt like you wanted kids, like when that was a feeling for you, did you feel like you were unfulfilled if you didn't have them?
There was a time where I used to feel like if I don't have kids, I don't have a purpose and I should just die. To put it out there, frankly,
Mhm.
seriously. I don't know. I just always thought that that was what was meant for me, and also like what other purpose. But then I found other purposes.
But do you think you felt like that because that's what everyone else does?
I guess I don't know. If I really think about it, I don't know if it was myself or if it was based on society
Mhm.
and what's expected
Yeah.
or the traditional path. After college, I don't know. I just feel like the traditional, like, go into a corporate America, climb the ladder, make a career, or at least work really hard to start a career, meet a man, marry him, quit your job and raise kids. Just, it stressed me out. Like, it always felt like I was swimming upstream trying to go down that path.
Trying to meet the next standard.
Yeah. And like hit the next
Mark.
quote unquote milestone that you're supposed to or whatever's expected of you. And I remember my mom, she like followed that to a T. I mean, she didn't ever quit her job. She stayed in corporate America, but she followed a very specific like traditional path. And I always thought that she expected that of me.
Mhm.
And I remember at one point she was like, "Amanda, I don't care if you do that. I just care if you're happy."
Mhm.
And I really feel like that affected me greatly. Like, I feel like that
Yeah,
changed how I
like the
felt.
pressure was off.
Yeah. And then when they both my parents encouraged me to go on the RV trip, like them
Yeah,
pushing me in a non-traditional way to just
yeah,
like do the next thing that fulfills me or like the next thing that fills my cup. Because they know that I'm going to be responsible. I think they've trusted how they raised me to not be stupid
mhm,
and like end up homeless or whatever.
yeah.
So I think they're trusting that I'm going to make a decision that I can handle, and they've just been really supportive. I kind of like got lost there.
No, not really.
Oh.
I basically feel the same way. I don't even know. Maybe I used to want kids. I don't know if I ever felt like the burning urge that my life was going to be over if I didn't get pregnant.
I remember when we were younger, you used to say I don't know.
Mm. See, I still don't know. I
You
get
don't do you remember saying that?
Yeah, no, I do. And I remember at the time, now it's all coming back. At the time, I used to say I don't know because I didn't want to bring them into this kind of world.
Yeah.
And it's only really gotten a lot worse since then.
Honestly. You're right.
Like, I don't want to raise kids on a computer, and I don't want to raise kids when, like, everything is so scary and there's so much to fear and there's so much, like, crime and like
Mhm.
really messed up things happening.
Yeah.
Even in just like this small little town, like people getting murdered and I don't know, it's just like so scary. And now, especially, it's even worse. Like I don't want that's like setting your kid up to fail.
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
only
everything's
that.
against them essentially.
Yeah.
Everything's against us.
Mhm. I know. I know, but think this is what I have to think about. The RV trip, the concerts that we go to, like all of the really incredible things in life
Yeah,
were also like make it worth it.
right. Yeah, no,
It's just as a parent, you're gonna be
yeah, as a
scared. You're gonna
parent.
stop sleeping, basically. My mom
Yeah.
hasn't slept since 1995.
Right. And then your kid starts doing all the stuff that you're doing and you know. And it's weird because obviously everyone says like you'll understand when you're older. It's like the most true thing on
It's
earth.
the most true thing on earth. There are times where I'm like, oh my God, I get it now. And then I try and think about, do you ever think about how you would tell your kid to make them see it because you
Yeah.
didn't see it the way your parents told you?
I don't think there's a way.
There's not. Especially with things like that. Like I have thought about how do you just convince them? Like I swear to God, dude, I was right where you're at. And like I understood, but it's
Yeah.
really truly experiencing life.
And even like if you have the most open relationship with your parent or parents, you're still going to do stuff that they don't know about. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you were doing stuff that your parents didn't know about. I definitely was.
Yeah. They knew eventually.
I mean, yeah, I tell it now because it's like kind of funny.
No, I did a lot of things my parents didn't know about.
I was constantly lying to them,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. Like, I would not want, well, yeah, I would not want my kid to be doing that, being like, oh, I'm going to so and so's house, like, for a nice sleepover. Next thing you know, you're like having sex at your boyfriend's house.
They're
Like,
sleeping with their teacher.
yeah.
I feel like that's been so relevant lately.
It's like, oh my God. It's like a phenomenon all of a sudden.
I know.
That part's scary. Yeah, them just like growing up in this world and like every milestone they hit, it's like another change for you. But that's not even what scares me. It's not even being a parent that scares me. It's more like them like being around everyone else.
No, I know. Like the needing to protect them from things.
Yeah.
But that's why I think through like how can I get my kid to see it earlier? I feel like it's so hard to like really make them understand something until they truly experience things, certain things in life.
Yeah, but you also can learn from other people because I feel like I've done that a lot. Like you can see how bad choices affect other people, and you think I do not want to do that.
Yeah.
Because some people are too stubborn. They're like, I need to go through it myself. It's like, why?
Why?
Because you think you're doing the same thing they're doing, it's going to turn out any different?
I've always been like that though. I have to learn the hard way.
I do not have to learn the hard way.
That's so good for you.
I mean, there's stuff that I do learn the hard way, but there's some stuff that I won't even go there because I'm like, that's just dumb.
Yeah, there's definitely things where I'm like, I'll take your word for it. But there's a lot of things where I just don't listen. Because I think I convince myself that the person that's telling me whatever they're telling me doesn't understand my exact situation.
Well, yeah, that goes for anything. No one actually knows what you're going through because no one has all the same circumstances. Like it can be a similar situation,
Yeah.
but no one has all the like external things that are going on at the same time too that can alter your emotion towards something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do. That's why I don't judge people for doing stuff. It's like, well, if you want to do that, and we all know how it's going to end, but if you want to get there that way, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yikes. I just feel bad for girls that are like in their 30s that are trying to have kids and can't.
I know.
Because that's so stressful.
But I will say, sissies, girls, I met someone when I was in Florida. Yes, that's why I'm so tan. I met someone at the pool who had her daughter at 42. And I talked to the daughter. She was great. Yeah.
I think there's been like a shift in things and women are having kids a lot later.
Mm-hmm.
Probably mostly because of the new technology and all that. But I feel like so many people that we know don't have kids and are like really not even close to having kids.
Yeah. Yeah, but they do have time. And I think people, because it's considered a geriatric pregnancy after like 34.
Literally, we're on our way there.
People freak out. But it's really not that bad. Like it's not, you have time, even if it feels like you don't. If you're 42 though, maybe consider another path.
Adoption.
Travel.
Right. So what are the things that you enjoy about your childless life right now?
Ooh! So many things. Okay. One thing, freedom. And that's also why I enjoy no
singlehood.
Pets. Oh yeah, and being single.
No pets. Fuck that. Sorry.
Freedom to literally do whatever. As small as staying out really late and not having to worry about a babysitter or letting a dog out. Okay, we'll talk about kids.
Or having to worry about, like, yeah, I stayed out till 1 a.m. Now I got to get up at 5 a.m. when my kid wakes up.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Something as small as that, but also something as big as if I feel like moving across the country tomorrow and I can work out other logistics, that's something, the like biggest logistic that I don't even have to worry about.
Yeah, like, because it's not affecting anyone.
We could quit our jobs last year, go on an RV trip for 4 months, and not affect anyone's lives but our own.
You're right.
Like, I love that the decisions I make literally only affect me, and I'm the only one I have to take into consideration. That sounds really selfish.
I was going to say, that's like so selfish, but that's what you give up when you have a kid.
Which I'm not saying that that's never going to be me. I want, truly my perfect scenario is to have both. And honestly, like, I don't even know. Maybe I'll love this so much that I never even end up wanting to give it up. But I have money, My house is clean. I'm free to do whatever. Like my social life stays the same.
Yeah, you don't have to like deny plans because like, oh, the kid got the kid.
I know, because there's a lot, like your life basically
Is theirs.
ends at that point and it's now theirs, which I do believe is the type of parent that everyone should be. I think
Oh
once you
yeah, I
have
would
kids,
definitely be like that.
me too. Like if I have kids, they're going to be like my world. Starts with them, ends with them. But the cool thing about not having that right now is like my world is me. Starts with me, ends with me.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying that. What about you? What are things that you love about?
Well, I literally thought about this the other day. That's why I asked. Because well, even today, I got home from work. I didn't have to run around, get the kids clean, get their lunches, do their homework. I just
Feed.
took a shower and then laid in my bed because I was tired.
Yeah.
So that's nice, is like having only yourself to take care of is so easy. The traveling, yeah, you can travel with your family, but it's totally not going to look at all the same.
Right.
Like it's not going to be like go with the flow. It's going to be more planned and structured. It probably should be to keep your kids interested
I
in
was
whatever
gonna
you're
say
doing.
have a lot of intention. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure like the kids are occupied. And it's more kid oriented. Like, is your kid going to like hiking for 4 months? No. Well, they could. But whatever. It just everything looks different with the kid. And I would totally be all about that if the circumstances were right. Like if I was in a happy and committed marriage or relationship. I'm not even sure about the whole marriage thing.
Where you could see them being a good partner and you guys being good partners together.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have
And a
to see
good
someone I'm
parent.
extremely compatible with.
Yeah, like it would pretty much have to align perfectly for me to get married
And have kids.
and have kids. And like, okay, so what if I get married and then I'm trying to have a kid and everything and I can't? I don't even know if I would go further into trying harder for like with IVF and all of that.
Why do you think that you wouldn't go further?
I don't know. I just feel like a pregnancy is like already so hard on your body and then you're like forcing it. And I just wouldn't want to put my body through that.
Yeah, you're saying like you'd be listening to your body.
Yeah. And like I wouldn't want to go through all like the hormone shots and then like every month the disappointment.
Yeah, that sounds like a roller coaster of emotions and it sounds
Right.
really heavy and hard.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm glad that that's an option for people and it does work.
Yeah.
But for me specifically, I'm not sure that I would because I'm content with one way or the other being happy. Because you can find happiness with no kids. The only thing I do worry about is like the future after, like when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I
you don't have
have
any
that same
kids.
thought because it's like, also, this is kind of deep, but I think about how my parents love me and how I love my parents. That type of love, that
Oh
like
yeah, that's unmatched.
unconditional, unwavering, they think you are the best thing to ever touch this earth. Like
Hmm.
the love that your parents have for you is unlike any love you will ever experience in your life other than if you have kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think about like if you don't have kids and then your parents are going to you'll outlive your parents. Your parents die, then you just like have to go around having like the love from people that don't owe you it. You know what I mean? Like not saying
Yeah.
anyone owes anyone anything, but like it's just such a different kind of love. Like I don't think
Hmm.
I'll ever find a significant other that loves me like sees me how my mom sees me and how my dad sees me.
No. No, it's not
But like your
possible.
kids see you like that.
Yeah.
So you'd be giving up a type of love that's very unique. And
Right.
it's only going to come from that type of bond.
Hmm. That part is sad.
And like once you're older, it just probably gets lonely.
Definitely. But I was thinking you would just like glom onto someone else's family. for holidays and stuff.
Yeah,
you
but
would be
it's not the
alone.
same.
I know it's not the same, but
That's why I want both. I want everything. And I feel like I can have it.
well, you know what they say. You can have everything, just not all at once.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, like, this is my season of no kids, doing what I want. And then eventually, maybe 5 or more years from now, it gets phased into my life. Who knows?
Right.
But at the end of the day, I've decided to like let go of it and just keep going towards the direction that makes me happy and seeing where it leads.
Yes.
FAFO.
FAFO?
FAFO.
What does it stand for?
Fuck around and find out.
Oh. You just said that. I wouldn't know. I thought
Yeah,
that
no,
was for
but-
people that wanted to like beat you up. Fuck around and find out.
No, it's like being used right now on social media as like a way of parenting, the FAFO method.
Oh.
And it's basically like instead of catching your kid every time they fall
yeah.
or like whatever. Like for example, my niece, there's a step. So like you walk in, it's the kitchen, and then there's one step down and you're in the living room. And she is not your traditional little girly girl. She has the temperament of a little boy because she wants to hurl herself at the step face first as fast as she possibly can. Instead of like going over to it, even like just like falling down it a little bit, like she will start from the other room and full force sprint and just keep running off the ledge onto like if they let her, she would just hurl herself off the step. And like she doesn't really like think past that, I don't think. So like the FAFO method, fuck around and find out, that I see on like TikTok, yeah, is like parents that will like let them fuck around and find out. Then they like
Then once
learn
they
from
get hurt,
doing.
they don't want to do it again.
Yeah, but honestly, that scares me because she comes flying, and if she actually does hit her head,
Yeah.
it's just not worth it.
Well, you've got to use your discretion with FAFO.
With FAFO. Yeah, no. Murphy's too
FAFO.
dangerous for FAFO. She needs to be reined in.
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
In college, there was a sub line, like a sandwich and salad line. It was the same guy.
He always worked in the subline.
After you would say that you want something, he would go, "What else?" And you're like, and then you feel like you have to add more. Like, okay, pickles. He's like, "What else?" No, that's
it
it.
sounded like you'd be mad. What else? What else? And I was like, no, that's it. What else?
That is it. What else? So now whenever we say what else, we obviously say what else.
You have to. And honestly, anyone that went to our college had to have noticed that.
100%. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Okay, I love the asking people this, especially people that you don't know very well. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Just literally breaking the ice, being like, what is your most embarrassing moment or memory that you can think of? I love
people
saying
have
that.
asked me this before, and I can never remember because I like seldom embarrassed. No, I'm just kidding. But something that
I think that's true.
something that I think about, it's like when I was a kid though. It's so specific, and I actually am curious to know if anyone else thought like this because it's so dumb when I say this out loud. So as a kid, like in school, I feel like I definitely got in trouble like pretty frequently, almost probably daily, because I was chatty and loud and funny. And like I was always trying to like make a joke, right? That turned probably too far, and then the class got interrupted and whatever. Yeah. So I remember like I would like specifically pick out outfits because I would want to make sure if I got in trouble that day that what I was wearing I wouldn't feel embarrassed in. Like imagine getting in trouble in your Halloween costume. So dumb.
I feel like normally I get it. Like normally the things you're saying, I'm like, I'm right there with you, but give me more.
Like I remember this is an example. And I always remember what I was wearing. I don't know why. But we were like in the gym and we were like running around just like warming up in the gym. And for some reason I was wearing a dress. Why am I holding this weird? I was wearing a dress with sneakers and I jumped up to try and like hit my hand on the basketball hoop net and I literally face planted. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like I'm wearing
A dress.
It's so dumb. And then I would like be like have to go to the principal's office and I'm like
in your dress.
Like what am I wearing? This is so embarrassing. I'm getting yelled at and like
in a dress.
yeah, like what?
That is ridiculous.
It's so dumb, but it's something I seriously think about. Or like if it was like a crazy hair day and I'm like, I really can't get in trouble today because like imagine sitting there and your teacher's yelling at you with crazy hair. It's so ridiculous.
What is a crazy hair that I would be okay being yelled at in?
Nothing.
You're picking out your outfits according to if you got in trouble.
Or like basing my behavior on my outfit. I mean, I don't know. That's like very peculiar and specific. But it's something that
I would be curious if anyone else has ever felt like that. Please comment and let us know.
Yes. So that's mine. Would you like to share yours?
I have a very specific time.
This is from adulthood.
Yes. You know the story, but I'm going to retell it for the girls, for the sissies.
For the sissies.
This is what I think of when I think of the most embarrassed that I've ever been. And I feel like it's more so like uncomfortable embarrassed. Like it was the most uncomfortable and like embarrassed in my own skin I ever felt. Setting the scene.
Here we go.
My ex-boyfriend is Indian. So it's a different culture than ours. And I will say, after dating an Indian, I do feel like the Indian culture is superior. Just kidding. But I do absolutely love the culture. I love everything about it. I truly appreciate so many things that I learned and so many of the values that they have. So I will preface this story with that. But this story is basically me learning about a specific custom that they have in the culture. My ex-boyfriend specifically, he was very bad at remembering that I'm not Indian. He just didn't understand that I didn't know certain things. He'd be like, oh, I thought you knew that. And I'm like, how the fuck would I know that? Earlier on when we were dating, we're going over to meet his grandparents. What they call grandmother and grandfather is ba and dada. So we were going to meet his ba and dada, and I cared a lot about making a good impression with his family. And I was very nervous because it was a completely different culture and I didn't know how they were going to like me. Like I was meeting the matriarch of the family. I met his immediate family already and like I truly felt like I just like meshed right in. But I was still really scared to meet the extended family. Like I don't know, everything was new. But bottom line, I was already really nervous and I already felt a lot of pressure. He's first generation, so his parents were born in India. And his grandparents lived there most of their lives in India. So they speak English, but it's their second language. The culture is a lot stronger with their generation than it is with him. And he didn't tell me anything before. He just told me to wear something that wasn't like super revealing, but that was it. We get there and I walk in. I'm like, oh my God, it's so great to meet you. And I hugged them and they kind of were just like, hi, like almost like taken back by my hug and everything. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, well, whatever. I don't know. I just, in my mind, I was like, okay. We got past that, like, moving on. When I'm meeting people for the first time, or like I go somewhere where there's a lot of new faces, sometimes I like to just like go to the bathroom to like just breathe after. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like I just like a second to with myself. So I went to go use the bathroom and it's on the other side of the house. So like everyone is gathered in this part and it's a pretty big house. My ex would have had to have walked all the way to the other side of the house to like meet me there. So I definitely wasn't expecting anyone to be there when I opened up the door. But I opened the door and he's like standing right there. And I was like, Jesus, like, hey. And he was like, hey, so you know how I told you, like in Indian culture, you have to touch the grandparents' feet when you meet them for the first time? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, well, you do. You have to touch their feet. I'm spiraling at this point. I'm so nervous already. I felt like the original meet wasn't very good, obviously, because I didn't touch their feet. And I'm finding out now. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, I have to go back over there now after I've already met everyone
That's so awkward.
and touch their feet. I'm like, okay, well, how do I do it? He's like, well, you just touch their feet. I'm like, yeah, but like, what do I do? Like, how do I go into it? He's like, you just do it. You just touch their feet. And I'm like, what do I say? And he's like, you don't say anything. You just touch their feet. He's like, what are you not understanding? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you acting like I should just know? So I'm like, okay, you're no help. So we're walking back. I felt like my heart beating in
Oh, I
my
hate that
throat.
feeling.
And I was like having a hard time swallowing. So, and it's all I can think about. And then as I'm spiraling in my brain, his ba is walking towards me. And she's like, do you want to see my bird? And she had a bird. So she brings me over to the cage. She's talking to me about the bird. She's like telling me I cannot hear anything. I literally, this wheel of one constant thought circling my brain is you gotta touch her foot. You gotta touch her feet. At some point, just do it. Just get it over with. Just touch her feet. Like I literally, she's telling me about this bird, and I literally can only think about how the fact I have to go down and touch her feet. So at one point, the voice inside my head is just so loud, and it's just like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. So she is mid sentence, like she is mid sentence, maybe even mid word, and I just fucking go for it. I just go down. My ex didn't even give me like, are you supposed to like touch and give it like a rub? Are you supposed to like touch them both one after another? Are you supposed to touch them with both hands? I am a visual learner, okay? I needed a demonstration, but I just fucking did it. I went down, I did it like I was knighting her, but on her feet. And I was like, 1, 2. I genuinely have not met a sweeter, more loving and giving person in my life than his ba. Like she is an angel on earth and I love her so much. Obviously, I got to know her more as I was dating him, but she pulled me up and like grabbed me into a hug and was like, oh, like she was so grateful that I tried it. And I felt so much better after that. And I remember, like, thought in my head, holy shit, I don't think I'll ever be that uncomfortable in my life ever again because I was so embarrassed. I mean, I was proud of myself because it was like the most uncomfortable I've ever been, but oh my God.
So how are you really supposed to do it?
Well, so we leave. As we were walking out, my ex was like, did you touch my dada's feet? Like, you know, you have to touch both of their feet. And I was like, no, I didn't know that. I didn't do that. And you're fucking lucky I even did it to Ba. Like, I was just like, you're fucking lucky I did what I did because that took everything inside me to do. And then later that night, I was making him and his sister show me how to do it. I'm like, can you guys give me a demonstration? Because I don't think I did it right. And then once they showed me, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, it's so easy. You're literally you kind of just like go in, you like bend down like casually, like you're picking up a penny basically. And you just like touch their feet. You don't really have to like touch both. You can just use one hand. You can just like tap it. You don't really have to like do any type of rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're supposed to do it, you're supposed to do it holidays. You're supposed to do it when you haven't seen them for a long time, or like if they're not your direct ba. Like
Like he doesn't have to do it.
he only has to do it for holidays, and it's really a sign of respect.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's why they do it for holidays and when they haven't seen them in a really long time. But he sees his grandparents every weekend basically. So they don't do it to them, but like for example, I did it when I met them, and then a couple months later, we were long distance, so I didn't really see them that much. So pretty much every single time I saw them, I would do it. I love that. I just wish I got a demonstration first.
Yeah, that would
And
have been helpful.
mind you, it was a whole family function, and I'd already said hi to everyone, and then I'm just supposed to like dip down and touch their feet without saying anything.
I think that's the most awkward part is like trying to figure out the timing.
The timing after you've already said hello.
Yeah.
And I wasn't prepped at all. I'd already gotten through the hellos. I'm exhaling. I'm like, I did it. I go to the bathroom to debrief with myself. And then I come out and he's like, it gets worse. Psych, you gotta touch their feet. I'm like, what? And the way he worded it, he was like, you know how I told you? I'm like, you didn't tell me shit. You didn't tell me shit. You never tell me shit. So then, like, for every other family function, or not even family function, anything, questions I had about the culture, I always asked his mom or his siblings or his dad. Like, I never went to him because he was not good at remembering, like, that I am not familiar.
Right. That you, yeah, he just assumed that you would know.
I still don't know about the bird because I couldn't listen.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was my most embarrassing thing that I can think of, and the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life, where I've been truly inside my brain freaking the fuck out.
That's crazy.
Questions from our sissies.
So what's the question of the week? We did have someone write in.
Yes. It wasn't really worded like a question, but they basically said, can you talk more about, because in our last episode, we talked about being sober at the function and how we just like the function, a function,
The function
any
of
function.
the night.
Yeah. And so she just wanted us to talk more about being young and hot and single and also not drinking at parties.
Yeah, I mean, I just really don't even like drinking. I know that's not the reason why a lot of people don't drink. Sometimes because I don't drink, it also alters the kind of places that I like to go. Like,
Yeah.
if people just want to go hang out at the bar, I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but it's not like that fun to me.
Or if it's like people you haven't seen in a while, then the
Yeah.
company itself is enough where it's like
Right.
fun.
But if one person's like, what, just meet me at the bar for a drink. What am I gonna get, water? Or just come over?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't sound fun to me at all. If I'm going out, I like to go to like concerts or like festivals, even like arts festivals and stuff. Like, you can still drink there, but it's always nice to have like something else going on where it's not just like the whole main event is drinking.
There are a lot of people in society or in this day that are trying to be social without drinking. Like they don't want to be drinking anymore. I think a lot of reasons are, yeah, there's addiction reasons, but there's also reasons people genuinely like for themselves. They don't want to be depressed or anxious the next day or throw up, or it's not good for their autoimmune disease. Like, I don't know, just so many different reasons to not drink. And I think those people that are choosing not to drink, especially when you're younger, have a hard time with social events because they don't really know. They've always drank and they don't really know how to be social without the lubricant.
And I think people like get self-conscious if they're not drinking.
Not only that, but the reason people get self-conscious is because people are fucking weirdos.
And they ask. And
yeah.
you don't have to explain it. Just say I don't want to.
Like,
oh, why aren't you drinking? Like it's like the worst thing on earth.
that is something I don't understand. I stopped drinking when I was 23 and I'm 30 now. And something that I really don't understand is when people make a comment about the fact that you're not drinking or like want to know why you don't drink or like just make it
Assume the reason
weird
you're not drinking.
and assume why you're not drinking. It's like, also the assumptions are what make other people feel like they have to have a reason for not drinking so that you don't assume their third DWI or something. I don't know. Court ordered. But like, I think society as a whole needs to mind their fucking business.
Well, the people asking are the ones that have drinking problems, let's be honest.
Well, why are you paying attention to what I'm doing? Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the state that you're putting yourself in.
Ew.
And let me be in the state that I'm in and we can enjoy each other's state.
Remember that guy? I don't know if you were there. I was at the bar and I was not bonding. That's way too far.
Oh,
I was talking to this guy at the bar who had a kidney transplant.
Okay.
And we were talking about our transplants or whatever. And he goes, honey, why aren't you drinking? I was like, you mean, dude? I'm on all this medication. I have a new organ. That's not really why I don't drink, but it's part of it. He's like, honey, why aren't you drinking? You could have some beer. And I'm like, ew, you're like an alcoholic literally pickling your new kidney. He was like acting like, oh my God, like, why are you afraid of drinking?
Honey, why aren't you drinking?
It's like, sweetie, why aren't you drinking? And I was like, because I don't want to. It was so ridiculous.
Remember when we were at Marissa's house and her friend was grilling us
during
COVID?
Well, she's an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's true.
See, that's what the thing is. I think, especially people in sobriety, not saying that's the only reason people don't drink, but I think people in sobriety get self-conscious that people are noticing they're not drinking, and then they feel like they have to like explain themselves, which can be awkward. But I really think that if you just accept, you go into the social event and you're comfortable not drinking, and if someone asks you about it, you don't have to explain your whole life story about why you're not drinking, even if it's not for that reason. You just say, I just don't feel like it tonight.
Yeah.
Like, you don't owe anyone an explanation.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's the people you're surrounding yourself with. If you're going out with people that you know are going to be getting blasted, maybe you shouldn't, if it's going to make you feel weird.
Yeah.
Or if you're fine with it, then just know going into it. So I think maybe like being prepared for what you expect the night to look like and the level of drinking and the activities. Like if you're going to a bar and that's all you're doing, you should probably be expecting to be with everyone that's really drunk.
Yeah, and you made a good point earlier where if you're to the point in your life where you're deciding you don't want to be getting drunk all the time or like you want to try not drinking, at that point, I think being a little bit more particular with how you choose to spend your time contributes. Like,
Yeah.
maybe don't go out on a Saturday to a shoulder-to-shoulder bar where there's everyone's just getting blackout drunk and doing coke in the bathroom. Like,
right. Plan an alternative thing with your friends. Like, just because that's like the normal thing, not even normal at all. That's just like the societal norm is like go out on a Friday or Saturday night. Like you can do a different activity that doesn't involve drinking.
Yeah, I think it's just hard for people because when they're used to going out and drinking and having fun, I think when people stop drinking, they're worried that they're not gonna have as much fun anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say from experience, I have more fun now than I ever did when I was drinking.
Right. And I think there's a period of time, like a break-in period, where you're gonna go out a couple times and it's like feels a little uncomfy.
Definitely.
And
it's an
I
adjustment.
don't like this. But once you do it a couple times, and then you start feeling more comfortable being sober in a place where most people are drunk, and you start like finding out how like what to do that makes you feel most comfortable, and you like your attitude and like your behavior shifts, and I think that you get more confident.
Definitely. It's a comfort thing. Like you end up just feeling more comfortable in yourself. It definitely forces you to have to figure out who you are socially.
Yeah. Right. And it's like the cliche, just be yourself. Like, don't overthink the way you're acting. Just act normal.
Act normal. And I also think if you're going to be around people that are drunk, they're fucking drunk anyway.
They don't even know what you're saying.
They literally don't know what you're saying.
And
They're
they
not
love
paying
everybody.
attention to like what you're doing. They like everyone. Don't let that weirdo that wants to know why you're not drinking affect you.
Yeah, because that's just really a self-reflection, truly.
Yeah. You can have fun without drinking. I have more fun without drinking. For instance, we have a Halloween party this weekend.
Pumped. Everyone there's me blasted.
Yes, we did say Halloween, but it's actually technically a Half-Halloween party.
Yeah?
And we're not going to be drinking, but we're going to have a hell of a time.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. Because like we're focusing on like the costumes and like the decorations and the food and that. We're not like, can't wait to pound this 30 rack.
Like just making everything is fun. Like just appreciating everything
Yes.
for what it is instead of just that FOMO, like fear of missing out. You're not missing out.
No.
You're really not.
And you're honestly the better person for not drinking. I've gotten a lot of comments that are like, wow, good for you. That's awesome. Wish I could do that. But it's like, yeah, that sucks that you aren't confident enough in yourself or whatever it is that you feel like you have to be drinking constantly.
Yeah.
To be happy.
Well, I mean, when I first stopped drinking, it was an adjustment period.
Yeah.
Especially because everything that I was doing before then was like going out and all my friends were like party people. And I don't know, I didn't really know what I liked.
Right.
To do.
Yeah. It's
like it was such a blessing because it gave me the opportunity to step back from like going out every night because that's all I was doing was like going out.
and that's not
On the weekends,
fulfilling.
I'm going out. What are you doing this weekend? Going out. Well,
But what does that even mean? Going to the bar and wasting money and getting drunk and then throwing up in the next morning?
literally
That is so dumb.
with my swollen face.
Yeah, right?
But then when I stopped drinking, it's like, okay, my weekends now are the nights and the next morning and the next day. Like there's so much more time when you're not drinking because you can like get up and you're fresh faced and now like your weekends can be like yoga and shopping and farmers markets and going out to coffee and going out to eat and
instead of laying on the couch all day smoking weed, watching a movie.
actually still do that even not drinking. But still like
But it's not because you have to be.
it's not because you have no other choice. Because that was college.
Yeah.
Me and Christine, every weekend, we would go and get really fucking high and go get brunch at the dining hall and then come back and get even more high and then watch movies all day.
Yes.
That was actually so fun. Or like we would play a
card game or Bananagrams.
Bananagrams.
Oh, I honestly really I would really actually like to go back to the dining hall just once, just so I can feel it again.
No, absolutely. I think we should do that.
I think we should.
We should wait until Diane said she might come in for summer. Come in.
Yeah. She would be
Come
down for
visit.
sure. But yeah, you'll be fine.
I feel like I got a lot of time to spend with like myself too. Like alone time. Because like if you can't find anyone that wants to go like get coffee and go to the bookstore on a Saturday morning because everyone's hungover or still drunk from the night before, going by yourself. That's actually something I'm definitely grateful that I'm able to do in adulthood is going places by myself. Like in Florida, like there were concerts in Florida that I wanted to go to and I knew she was in her peak business. So I was like, I'm still going to go. And I did go. One of our other friends ended up meeting me for half of it, but the second half was by myself. And it was really cool that I got to travel by myself. I got to like do things during the day by myself and then like meet up with people later in the day. It was really fun.
Yeah, I think doing stuff alone is fun for
Because
sure.
you don't have to worry about what someone else wants to do or if they're having fun or if they really
Yes.
like it as much as you like it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm going to plan out my perfect day according to things that I want to do. Like what I did was I was hanging out with everyone in the morning and then like mid-morning I ended up leaving on my own and going and getting an acai bowl. Then I went and bopped around a couple thrift stores in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and like went to my hotel and like tanned by the pool and like got kava and like
Best day ever!
showered and got really cute and pretty for the show. And then I went and met up with everyone again and it was just like the perfect day.
Yeah, that does sound really fun.
It was great. There's just so many beautiful, amazing things in life, and you're never gonna find them if you're just drunk.
Ugh. Seriously.
If you're going out every weekend, you're not gonna be able to plan trips. You're not gonna be able to save your money. You're not gonna be able to explore and try new things. Get out there, people.
Sissies.
Sissies, try new things. Put the mojito, the Aperol spritz down.
The lemon drop. Well,
Lemon-
throw that one back. Just kidding.
Toss back a green tea shot because we're only human. Am I right? Just kidding.
Well,
Journal man.
girls.
Girls.
Well, hopefully we'll be back next week.
I was in Florida for a couple weeks, so. And then we have a friend visiting from another country.
Yeah.
So
It's
we've been
just a
busy.
lot, but we'll get at it.
All right. Bye, sissies.
Bye, sis.